here. Today I am going to talk about birds because spring has sprung, and even though we keep getting the occasional snow squall, it's spring officially. So birds, they're back, and my cat is very happy. He is used to watching birds just on the TV during the winter. We put on his programs, which are like YouTube channels of 24/7 birds, and that's how he like maintains enthusiasm for life through the winter. But then come spring, as soon as he can hear the real thing out there, he's glued to that window. So excited. Of course, we don't let him out because, as we all know, cats are the #1 killer of songbirds. Bad, 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 naughty, naughty. So they can't go out. We can't trust them. But we love watching the birds with them. And so today I'm highlighting some books about birds. This one is How to Attract Birds to Your Garden. And if you have a garden, I think this is a great thing to do. I know that I saw on, I want to say Instagram, not that long ago, someone made a nest in a basket with just some straw and bits of, I think, hair and stuff like that. But she put trinkets in it for crows. So she put like a bunch of just like tiny little sparkly things, and her crow friends would come and take things, and then sometimes they'd exchange for, other things. They'd bring something back and take something else. I thought that was such a cool idea. So that's one way you could attract birds to your garden, but here is a book that tells you many, many more ways and shows you some ways that you can serve up delicious seeds for them, different types of feeders, and they're little common birds that we can see around here. The tufted titmouse is my favorite. I think he's so, so cute. And then the goldfinch and the robin. And then I got this book out, Bird Watching in New Hampshire. We have a couple of books that are specifically about birds in New Hampshire and birding in New Hampshire. And I think that's pretty cool because you could just go through here and kind of make your own checklist of every bird that you see. And, you could aim to see them all, which is kind of neat. This one is divided into sections too. So this is Connecticut River Valley, and then it goes over different parts of southeastern lowlands and Merrimack River Valley, different parts of the state, and the birds you're most likely to see there. So that's pretty cool. There's an owl. I love owls. And then this is the type of book that I remember growing up with. My parents were birders, and my mom has still a lot of these Sibley's guides and some other ones, which I can't remember the other big name. I know she has some Audubon ones, but Peterson. This is the Peterson Field Guide, and this has all those pictures, those drawings of different types of birds. And then there are little biographies where you can find them, how they nest, what they eat, all sorts of fun facts. And I used to pore over these books as a kid. I thought that they were fabulous, and I loved seeing all the cool birds. Birds are the last of the dinosaurs, too. If you haven't seen the dinosaur docu-series on, I believe, Netflix, definitely worth a watch. Very, very good. And sad. I bawled my eyes out at the end. I'm not ashamed to admit that. And lastly, I have, this is Sibley's. There we go. This is Sibley's Birding Basics. And this has, actually, I like this book because it talks about like how birds are categorized. So like the origin of the different species and why they are separated the way that they are, the taxonomy, if you will, of the different types of birds. And then it even talks about feather groups and how to like read the feathers of birds and what the different feathers do, because some of them are there like to wick water, some of them are there to keep them warm. They all have different purposes. Some are very much for flight. So yeah, and then it talks about like the structure of the wing and the tails. So more of like the anatomy of a bird, which I think is pretty neat. So I hope that everyone gets a chance to go out there and look at some birds and hear them, because their songs are so sweet. And happy spring. Bye.
Hi, my name is Jen Wyman. I'm an adult services librarian here at Goffstown Public Library, and to continue our theme of birds this month, I want to recommend a few fiction books for you. We have Birding with Benefits if you're into romance, and we have The Naming of the Birds if you want a funny, witty mystery from the Victorian era, where an inspector is coming into his own and has to make a decision between solving a case and serving justice. We also have The Nature of Small Birds if you're looking for a heartwarming story about finding your family, discovering who you are, and the bonds that build our families, and the power of love. So that's The Nature of Small Birds. We also have Sarah Addison Allen's a novel, Other Birds. And this one is magical realism. So I know some of you are big fans of magical realism, so I just want to let you know we have Other Birds. We also have, I will finish with The Language of Birds. This one is fairly recent, so if you are a mystery fan who loves puzzles and cracking codes, follow the heroine as she tries to solve her mother's kidnapping and bring her home again. So please come and check out some of our wonderful bird books here this month, and we hope to see you at the library. We have so many more, so just come in and ask us for what you're looking for, if it's birds or if it's something else. Thank you so much.
Hi, I'm Caroline Kenny. I'm the Assistant Director and Head of Adult Services and Outreach, and I'm here to talk to you about an exciting event that we have going on April 7th. We received a grant from New Hampshire Humanities for their Big Watch program. So you watch an excerpt from the American Revolution by Ken Burns, and then we have a facilitator coming so we can talk about it. So it will be at 6 p.m. at Goffstown High School in the theater.
Thanks for watching. Stay in the know. You can subscribe to the library's monthly email newsletters at goffstownlibrary.com/subscribe, and you can unsubscribe at any time.